Hope you enjoyed that little mini intro time lapse. Welcome to another episode here of Minecraft Survival from Python's World. Let's see if I can remember how to make these episodes, eh? It's been a good couple of weeks since the last episode, and that intro time lapse was actually recorded a couple of weeks ago as well. If you've been keeping up to date with the community posts on this channel, you'll know what's been going on behind the scenes with my life and my mental health and all that kind of stuff lately, but here we are, back in the game, and I'm very, very excited to get back into the swing of things. Starting off with this massive room right here. This is going to be our massive, massive storage room. The torches, you can see here, represent where the chests are gonna go. We're gonna have ourselves, like, banks of chests with, like, 3 blocks gap in between. So we can have, like, I don't know, maybe some water sources, maybe some nice beams, you know, add a little bit of detail and a little bit of color to this area. This is what we're going to be working on in today's episode. So I really do hope you guys are excited for today's episode. I hope you're excited for the return of content to this channel. Of course, a massive thank you for all of your incredible support and especially your patience and understanding as of late. I truly do appreciate it a ton, my friends. So let's get this thing started, my friends. We're going to start off with a whole bunch of wood pillars acting as supports. And already I can tell you folks that we absolutely do not have enough wood. In fact, we're not even remotely close to having the amount of wood we need for this thing. So I'm gonna have to grow a bunch of trees and do just a little bit of chopping, eh? So we need oak wood for the structure and decoration of the room. But when it comes to having a bunch of wood to make chests, we can use any type of wood, so why not use a whole bunch of these here spruce saplings so we can get ourselves some 2x2 spruce trees. Blimey, is that all the bones we have? If so, that's not going to last very long, is it? God blimey, we really need to get that double skeleton XP dungeon grinder farm thingy created, eh? Question, what are we going to get on an axe in the way of enchants? Unbreaking 3. What if I was to go ahead and block some of this off? Efficiency 3. Okay, I think I'd prefer to have efficiency over unbreaking. Oh, look at that. Efficiency 4. All right, so we need to get ourselves 3 levels, and then we can get ourselves efficiency 4 on an axe, which will allow us to chop down trees quite a heck of a lot quicker. I'm thinking a quick trip to the nether, we mine ourselves a bunch of quartz to get ourselves up to 28, and then we'll get the enchant going. I like how there's an enderman with a grass block in here. That's peculiar. 26? Oh my goodness me. I mean, it does make sense that a warm chicken would spawn in the nether. That is so cool. I had no idea that you could get the different variant chickens spawning in with a little pigman jockey on them. That's 27 levels. And here we are, 28. Alrighty, efficiency 4. If we get Unbreaking 3 on top of this, I'm going to be super, super happy. Boom. Ah, okay, by itself. All right, so this thing is actually going to run out fairly quickly, in which case, you know what? Honestly, I don't want a whole bunch of podzol to spread as a result of having 2x2 spruce trees around. And also, I feel like on average, you get more jungle wood per tree than you get spruce wood from spruce trees. So I'm thinking we go for these. Jungle trees don't replace the grass or area that they are placed upon. So yeah, I mean, why not go for this? Now then, time to get to the choppity chop chopping and clipping with the shears. Yep, that is right. What you are watching right now is a 14-year Minecraft veteran destroying leaves with a shovel. But there's good reason for it. The shovel has fortune on it, and I'd very much like to get myself a supply of saplings back. Only, as you folks may or may not know, jungle saplings are notorious for not dropping from their respective trees as often as the other types of saplings drop from the other types of trees. I've never known why that has been the case, but it is. Has been for some time now, but, oh well. Gotta do what you gotta do, eh, folks? Use yourself a little bit of fortune on some jungle leaves, and you can get yourself saplings that way. Nice and easy like. So yeah, just from 2 large jungle trees. We've got over 3 stacks of logs. That is not bad, is it? So, with a few support pillars placed down, we can now start working on the roof, which is going to be kind of like an archway type roof, where you can see we've got some stairs starting here, and it's going to sort of flatten out to the top, and then, of course, arch over to the right over here. This is going to wind up being by far the biggest single build I have made in my world so far, but it's one of those ones where it's more so a necessity rather than wanting to make this. I mean, at the end of the day, when you have yourself a decent storage room, you probably won't have to make another one unless you want to maybe make an automated one in the distant future, which, I mean, you know, depending on how long this series goes, we might just wind up doing that eventually. Maybe an automated storage system for things you get in bulk, for example, so things like dirt and cobble and deep slate. But for now, a nice manual storage system will do the job quite nicely, and it's not just going to be chests, we're going to have barrels in here as well. We're also going to have a couple of areas where we can have walls of shulker boxes. So it's not even like we're not thinking of the future here as well, eh? Once again, my workstation bundle comes in clutch. I don't even have to go back to base to start working with alternate materials. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Gonna start going at it with some cobble stairs here. These little recesses here, these are going to be where the little storage banks are. So let's just get the last few stairs in. And then we can start working on the walls, which, for the most part, I think what we're going to do is we're going to replace the stone here, quite simply, with dirt. Alright, let's see if we can't figure out a little bit of a lighting situation. What we're going to start off by doing is getting rid of all the torches so we can have a little bit better of an idea as to where we need to put down some lighting. You might notice I've already got a couple bits of shroom light up, and those serve quite nicely as to lighting up the area. Maybe what we could do is, I don't know, maybe like in the corners, we could have another random bit of shroom light, and these will be covered up with chests being placed upon them. So it's not even like we'll be able to see these bits of shroom light all that well. So there we are. And now it seems basically the middle here and the back are the areas that have the least amount of light. But oh well, I think we can work on that in just a bit. What we can start doing now is we can start adding in the chests. So there we have it. 1 bank of chests. 12 double chests. Now, if we do the maths, we multiply this by 4 because we're going to have 4 banks of 12 double chests. We're going to wind up having 48 double chests, and that is still just the start of it. As I mentioned before, we're also going to have ourselves some barrels here and there. I'm also thinking of maybe some single chests here and there. We're going to have ourselves some cobblestone stairs upside down like this, upon which we're going to place down some flower pots, because I'm the flower pot king, why would I not? And then, to add a little bit of colour to that area, we've got ourselves some waterfalls, because, I mean, why would I not? So yeah, we have got storage coming out of the wazoo here, my friends. It is actually kind of bonkers just how much storage there's going to wind up being in this storage cove. And like I said before, it's one of those things, we do it once, we probably won't have to do it again. The only reason I could foresee making another storage area is because maybe in the far future we wind up starting a season 2 in a different area of the world, perhaps, or something like that. I don't know. I've got no plans on doing that. We're only 13 episodes into this series, for crying out loud. So, yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do around here first, folks. This is starting to look pretty darn good, isn't it, eh? I think the next thing we need to try and figure out is the roof situation. Get this little sort of roof thing finished off, and then get the chests in. Try to figure out the floor, and then at the back area here, there's actually going to be like a massive storage wall. You think that this bank of chests over here is a good amount of storage? Oh, you haven't seen nothing yet, folks. Well, I sure hope that this tree chopping session will be the final one, because I have just run out of bone meal, and I don't have access to looting just yet. Oh boy. What was I saying about that double skeleton farm just a moment ago? Sheesh. Oh, wow, I better come do that again. Bang on. the amount of oak logs I needed. Right, just to finish off this little bit of roof section. And then what I need to do is fill in the top layer there. And then, believe it or not, the roof will just about be done. And I know, it might look a little bit drab, a little bit dreary, it being all just one material, oak planks, but perhaps in the future, we could try to add to it by, I don't know, spreading in some nature in amongst all of the wood here. Maybe some leaves, maybe some dangling roots or something like that, you know? There's plenty of opportunities for us to go ahead and improve upon this build as time goes on. For now, more so than anything, I just want to have storage. I want to have nicely organized storage, my friends. It's as simple as that. Well, if we can't bone meal into existence a forest, we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way, aren't we, my friends? Plant one down and wait for them to grow. I don't know, maybe in the meantime we could just chop down a few of these here surrounding trees. I may or may not be turning this forest growth area into a potential haven for beehives to spawn in. I mean, we've got ourselves a bunch of flowers, and I'm pretty sure the criteria to fill in order to have bee nests spawn in is you need to have, I believe, a flower within, I think, 2 blocks of the sapling. So, yeah, as you can see with our setup right here, there is not a single sapling that is not within 2 blocks of a flower. So who knows? We might just wind up with a plethora of bee nests spawning. Alrighty, my friends, and that should be the last of what we need to fill in terms of the roof. Yep, there we go. Like I mentioned earlier, bit of an archway kind of shape. That's what we were going for, and that's what we have. So, I think we still need to figure out the lighting situation. Though, yeah, we've got some lighting sort of, you know, strewn all across the place, but there are definitely still some dark spots. And I think what we need to do is we need to top up our shroom light supply first. So, it's back into the nether we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Loads of shroom light blocks. Alright, so check this out, my friends. We now have our shulker box wall areas dug out and the walls replaced with dirt. And here's the really clever part of this design. We have 15 spaces here, a 5 block wide by 3 block high area here. We have space for 6 here, so that's 21, and space for a further 6, totaling up to 27. And 27 is the amount of slots you have inside of an ender chest. So, at any point, if we want to switch out the contents of our ender chest with other shulker boxes, we could put the entire load of the ender chest's shulker boxes all in one area, so we don't lose track of them. I don't know about you folks, but I thought that was pretty clever anyway. Ah, very good. So it turns out, even if you have the tiniest sliver of a shroomlight block visible, it will still be enough to light up the area. Ah, that's kind of cool. So it means what I can do is I can place this down, put a crafting table on top, and then no matter where we are within the storage area here, we have access to a crafting table. I think that's like probably the second most valuable element to a storage area is having crafting tables handy. Even if you just want to go overkill with them, it's better than not being prepared at all, right? Alrighty, folks, nothing fancy, nothing extravagant, just a nice little floor with a bunch of little grass pathways leading to each of the different storage areas. So, yeah, it's starting to get there, isn't it? What if we were to try and add in just a little bit of greenery to the area? Perhaps we could have some little, like, leaf walls or something like that? Yeah, I think this is going pretty well. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we could have some nature coming down from the ceiling eventually as well. Add some more green into the mix. Alright, so a couple of little decorative flower pots added in, and we're just about there with the majority of this here storage room. Now we have to figure out the back wall, and I think what I'd like to do is split it into 2 stories. We have a lot of space to work with here. We could potentially have like 3 layers of chests down the bottom, and then a couple of layers up the top with like a little walkway or something. You may not rest now, there are monsters nearby. Wait, hang on a minute. I think I might have just discovered something. I think I left like a gap behind here. Oh, good grief, I did. Whoops! Okay, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is a lesson in why you should always fill up voids in your build areas, or at least light them up, because otherwise you'll have a situation where you've got hostile mobs invading your area. Oh dear. I ain't about to have no hostile mobs spawning around here, so there we are. Be gone, foul void areas. Oh my goodness me! That is not okay, Minecraft. How could you? How could you? Spawn one of my creeper brothers. I thought I heard tippity-tappeting around. I didn't realise it would be above one of these void areas. Nothing like a good old jump scare to keep you on your toes. Alright, folks, so just a few little odds and sods left to do now. Mostly sorting out this top area. So we've got ourselves a bunch of dirt. I went ahead and grabbed myself some more shroomlight. We're going to have ourselves some more little mini waterfalls, adding a little bit more colour to the area as well. And of course, let's not forget about the main article, the storage itself. Alrighty, so I've got myself a little fence added here. We're going to add in some little decorative features here and there, namely flower pots once again. Going to alternate the saplings that we put in each of them. And there we have it. This top section is done and nicely lit up. As you can see, we've got some more crafting tables hidden away, so we've always got close access to some. There's a couple more flower pots to be filled down here. And finally, after adding in just a little bit of light in these two sections, these should be the last areas where we put chests down. Dude, we're actually so close to having this finished. I am so happy as well. So, here we go. 42 chests. Is that going to be enough? I have absolutely no idea. Oh, wait. Hang on a minute. I won't be able to open these ones, because that's a solid block. Okay, so maybe these top chests here can all be single chests. And then we can have these ones rotated like this. So, yeah, single there. Double there. Still plenty of storage. You know, we're going to want for nothing when it comes to storage after we have this thing done. So I don't think we need to worry too much about sacrificing 3 chests here, folks. So 1, 2, 3. And then just a few more like this. Pop that out. Make those into doubles. Place that back. Place that back. And that should be it. We have a massive storage system, complete with the ability to place down shulker box walls eventually as well. Oh, not bad, eh, folks? Not bad. Eventually, of course, what I'd like to do is I'd like to add a whole bunch of item frames to the area so we can easily determine what is in each of the chests when it comes to us wanting to grab certain bits and bobs out. But yeah, for now, I'm so happy. We've actually got this done, and it's nicely lit up. It's looking pretty all right for now. I'm actually quite a big fan of this back area. I think there's quite a healthy mix of nature and water and browns and greys, and yeah, it looks great. But as I mentioned earlier, there is definitely room for improvement. Of course, if you guys have any ideas for things we could do to improve this build, leave them in the comments area down below. For now, though, it is time to wrap up the episode. But before we do so, we do, of course, have the comment of the day to shout out. For episode 13, it comes from Nezradub. Friendly reminder that desert pyramids have a little archaeology section in them now, so you should remember where that pyramid is and go back with a brush at some point. Yes, you are quite right. Seems like my memory has kind of forsaken me there. I will absolutely go back there, and I will see if I can't get myself some more shirts. Maybe even some armor trims. Wait, can you get armor trims from the desert pyramid archaeology areas? I can't remember. I know you can get the dune ones inside of the desert temple chests, but in terms of other ones that you can get from the archaeology areas, I'm not actually entirely sure. I think it's more so pottery shards you get from those bad boys. So, yeah, eventually we'll get back there with a brush or two and we'll see what's going on. For now, though, my friends, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed today's episode and you're excited for the return of the series and you're excited for more content, please do be sure to drop a like. Let's see if we could go for something crazy like 1,000 likes, my friends. That would be fantastic, and certainly more than enough to tell me that you folks are still enjoying this series and want to continue seeing more. Subscribe if you don't want to miss out on my future content. But for now, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for all of your patience, understanding, and support lately. Really appreciate it. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.